we can share the link with people.
Okay, you're good to go.
All right. So first of all, I'm super excited that everyone is showing up to talk about the incentive trip and how to earn it, because the incentive trips are like seriously one of my favorite things about Scentsy and the opportunity with Scentsy, because it is a level playing field when it comes to these incentive trips. Like, everybody has the opportunity to earn these trips. Whether you've been a consultant for a day or for 10 years, you can earn these incentive trips. Mariah joined literally on day one of an incentive trip and earned that incentive trip. It happens all the time. So don't ever count yourself out. Actually, like, if you're a new consultant, you have a better chance of earning the incentive trip. And I feel like it's easier to earn points for so many different things than if you've been a consultant for 10 years and you are at the top of the compensation plan, because I can't get points for promoting, and neither can Heather. So you have a lot more opportunity to earn these if you are an essential or a certified consultant than you do if you're a superstar director. So don't count yourself out before it's even started for you. So the first thing I want to talk about really quick before I let all of our speakers talk is, how do we earn these trips? So just like I've told you, the 3 legs of success: PRV, you have to have PRV, you have to be sharing Scentsy products, you have to be recruiting and sharing the opportunity with other people, and you have to be coaching the new people that join. You cannot let somebody join and then just let them go on their own. You have to coach them to success also, because we don't get points for recruiting somebody. Like, you get 0 points when you recruit somebody. You get points whenever they hit their goals also, when they certify and when they promote to lead and star. So, and not even the new people, when you have other people in your downline that promote to lead and star, no matter when they join, you get points for that this time. So coaching is a huge part of earning this incentive. Did everybody print their tracker that I posted for you to print? Perfect. Mm-hmm. I see lots of nodding, yes, and right lots there. Of pictures. Yes, that's awesome. Heather, we're actually in Heather's office right now, and she has hers right here. And I have mine in my planner that goes almost everywhere with me. So it doesn't matter how long you've been a consultant, having that tracker for you to look at all the time is so important. What you manifest is what will become. What you think about, what you have your eyes set on, what you have going through your head is what will happen. So if you don't have a goal or a plan or a tracker or something to remind yourself of this incentive trip, it's going to go out of your mind. You're going to forget about it, and then it's going to come down to the last month and you're not going to have enough points. So I'm so glad that you guys all printed that out and that you already have committed to earning this trip. Like, you printed a tracker because you want to earn this trip. So now it's time to work. Scentsy does not hand out free trips for nothing. They cost millions of dollars for Scentsy to send us on these trips, so you have to do the work. If you're working your business, you'll earn a trip. If you're working your business in the right way. These trips are set up, the requirements are set up so that you have a successful business. If you're doing the right things in your business, you will earn an incentive trip. It just happens by default if you're doing the right things in your business. Let's see. Heather, what do you want to talk about how amazing the trips are?
So it's not even just the trips. It's everything that goes along with the trips. Scentsy leaves room drops. So every night, or maybe 3 nights out of the 4 nights or something, they come to your room. They sneak into your room
like Santa Claus.
Yeah. And they leave little gifts for you and your guests. If you earn for a couple people or a family, they leave you room drops. They have parties, Scentsy sponsored parties, which are amazing. I think my favorite one was that glow at Leadership in Cancun. It was outside, and everything was just glow in the dark. It was so cool.
The swamp party at
Swamp
Island,
party
that was really cool too. It was like a swamp. They leave. It's crazy the amount of money and detail they put into these parties. It's second to none.
Yes, for sure.
Travel expenses.
They will cover for flights. I keep adding people in here. Okay, they'll cover for flights, your transportation to and from the resort or hotel, and then also all of your food, and then lodging, hotel. And of course, we don't know where it's going to be yet.
They also give you money, extra money for
per diem,
for food
for
and
travel
baggage.
days. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's not like they just say, here, you get a free hotel stay. They like legit spoil you, treat us like royalty. It's crazy. Let me talk about everyone, going alone.
Okay, so even if say you just want to earn for one, maybe you don't have kids or a spouse or anything, and you're just wanting to earn for one, you need to earn it. My very first trip was to New York City, I think in 2013, and I went by myself. I earned it for one, and I found a roommate that I had no idea who she was, but I found her on Facebook, another consultant, and we had the best time, and I met lifelong friends on that trip. I felt like I met so many more consultants on that trip than I have, because you're kind of with your group always whenever you earn together, which is great too. Like, we love traveling with everybody. But definitely, if you're earning for solo and that's what you're going for, get it.
Yeah, it's scary to go on a trip alone, but once you get there, there's so many other people that go alone. So you just meet new people because they're looking for somebody, you're looking for someone to hang out with, and you meet new other
And that's a connection you have for life.
Yeah, for sure. And then aside from people you don't know making a connection, like the bond that you build with the people in your downline and your team when you go on these trips, like we've made so many memories in Marco Island, like there's a special bond there now because we experienced something together. And I know Heather feels this way too. Like, it's so amazing to earn a trip, but when you start seeing people that you've sponsored and coached and helped earn trips, and then them have people that earn trips under them, and like, it's the most rewarding feeling. Like, and we all just get to like meet in the airport and have drinks and
celebrate
together. It's so much fun. So this is not just like a normal vacation, guys. It is worth the long hours that you're going to put in. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, just get ready to be uncomfortable, because if it was easy, everybody would be on these trips, but they're not. The hardworking people are on these incentive trips. You're going to have to do things that make you feel weird, like
live videos.
Yes, live videos, asking people to host and join like on a regular basis. You need to not only have a tracker, but also have a written out plan of how many points you need to earn each month, how you're going to earn them, and be ready to adjust your sales if something comes up. You might have a really good month, 1 month, more than you thought, and then you might be sick 1 month and not do as well. So then that following month, you're going to have to make up those points. So be ready to be flexible and work for the next 6 months, because you can't just sell and you can't just recruit. Like, you have to do both. You have to sell, recruit, and coach. It's just how it is. If you want to travel for free, like kings and queens, you have to be willing to put in work for 6 months. And not only will you travel for free like kings and queens, your business is going to pay you back. You're going to make more money. You're going to grow a bigger business, a bigger successful business. I'm going to talk about accountability.
So everybody should find an accountability partner. This is somebody not that you go to and they're like, you're doing great. This is somebody that you can go to and they will tell you the hard truth. They'll tell you all the hard things. They'll tell you need to step up your game or you're not going to reach your goals. Maybe we could even start a thread for people to help find somebody if you don't know somebody that's on our team. It doesn't even have to be somebody on our team. It can be a sideline Scentsy consultant. It could be somebody that just is very motivating to you, that's your friend, that can be there for you. Anybody, but you guys definitely need to find an accountability partner that you can reach out to and aim for those goals.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and go on to our speakers. So we have, 6 people that are going to speak. Well, 5 for sure. 1 more if she can get on. Kristen is still working. If she gets off, she's going to talk also. So first we're going to have Thad and Katie come on and talk. And Thad and Katie have earned more than 1 incentive trip. They know how to make a plan. They know how to work their business. They are rock stars and they have so much to offer. So we're going to go ahead and let them take the stage. You guys can unmute yourself.
Can you hear us? All right. First of all, thanks for asking us, Stacy and Heather, to do this. It means a lot, sorry.
You're fine. I'm going to let Thad do the talking because he's got the plan.
I made notes, but I'm going to try to go quickly so it doesn't take forever. So Stacy asked us to highlight what leading your team to success looks like. And first of all, you have to ask yourself, why would you want to lead your team to success? And they've already hit on it. One, you need a team in order to earn this incentive. You're not going to be able to earn it without the cooperation of your team. But two, when they talked about seeing others hit these goals and how that makes you feel, like you just can't explain how that makes you feel when you see people that you have helped train or sponsor and they meet these goals. It just makes you feel really good. So we have a visitor.
Sorry, we have our dog just leave.
Sorry.
Okay.
So there are three things that I think that we need to remember when you're trying to lead your team to success. And one is you have to be an example. You have got to set the stage for how you want your team to succeed. So you can't expect your team to do anything that you're not willing to try yourself. So we have been consultants for 4+ years, and we've earned trips the major trips the last 2 years, but that's only because we tried. So if you're not willing to try to earn this incentive, no one on your team is going to earn it as well, probably. You've got to set that example. There are no freebie trips in Scentsy land. Sometimes you may hit a promotion, you're like, how in the world did I hit that promotion? And sometimes it is luck, but if you're going to earn a trip, you're going to actually have to work for it. You're not going to earn this trip by just some luck and some good people underneath you. You're going to have to put the time in, and you're going to have the passion to earn it as well.
Right, I agree.
You agree. All right. Second thing is you have to instill confidence in your team.
And in yourself.
And in yourself.
Yeah.
These are things that we all struggle with is, am I good enough to do this? And it's not just in our Scentsy business. A lot of times we have to instill confidence in our daily lives as well. The thing that we told our team from day one is that there is no set number of people that can earn this incentive. Everyone has the opportunity. So the only person that's going to put limits on whether or not you earn this trip is yourself. So you've got to get over those mind hurdles that you might have. You also have to rid your group of any negative self-talk. A lot of times you might hear a consultant say, well, I suck at live videos, or I can't really recruit people, or I just don't know how to get my sales up. Well, you've got to start change their thinking to more positive thinking. And so you got to build that into your team. You've got to remind them all the time that they are sales machines, that they are recruiting rock stars, that they can do these things. And sometimes you have to tell yourself that as well. Do you have anything you want to add?
Oh, it's Emma. Sorry, I thought her dog. Hi, Emma. I would just, I know for me, I have to overcome those hurdles. I know, our team does. But, I'm going to be honest, this incentive is overwhelming to me because it's a ton. I mean, it is a lot. It's going to be a lot of work. But I think if you do rid yourself of the negativity, and if you keep telling yourself you can do it, and yeah, you're going to get some no's. You're not going to have success at every step. But if you just keep in that positive mindset to where you just taking it day by day and you're working your business and you're trying your hardest, you'll see the fruits of those efforts.
Yeah. So. And also, one thing you have to do is not to compare yourself to other people, especially those higher than you. They have their own journey and you have your own journey. So do not compare. It is a joy sucker. You will get down on yourself and you'll see people passing you by and you'll think, well, why am I not having that success? Well, it's not part of your journey. So stay in your lane, do your thing and don't allow other people to try to dictate what your journey should look like. Be your own person. So set an example, instill confidence in your team. And the last is give your team tools. I'm sure somebody's going to talk about how to actually map out how to earn your incentive points, but you're going to want to make sure that everyone that is trying to earn this incentive has a plan. They need to write it down. Stacy already said that. Write down your plan and have somebody that will help you keep accountable. They've already said that. You also need to check in constantly with your downline and see how they're doing. You need to coach them. You need to do live trainings. I know I told some people earlier, I said, I can train my own team, but getting on here with you all, this makes me a nervous wreck. And that's so stupid, but you need to be doing this with your team. And I don't care if you say, I'm not a live person, I can't do live videos. Well, step outside of your box and start learning how to do it.
I'm not either. No.
So quit saying I can't and start saying I will. I am going to. And then also send encouragement. Everybody has bad days and you never know when those are going to hit. So just encourage your team as often as you can and send tools to them that will help them just be successful. And so those are our tips for how to lead your team to success. Be an example, instill confidence, and give them the tools. Those are the 3 things we have. That's it, I think.
That's good. That's all.
2 more minutes and I'll have something. I'll just jump in and interrupt somebody, I'm sure. So.
All right. So thank you so much for that. So true. I almost talked like more about being uncomfortable. I mentioned it, but I'm so glad they talked about it more because it's so hard in the beginning to let yourself be uncomfortable like that. But the more you're uncomfortable, you get used to being uncomfortable because you see the results and the amazing things that happen when you step outside of your comfort zone. And it just becomes easier to just literally be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. Just do it. Just force yourself to do it. The worst that can happen is that somebody's going to say no. It's really not that bad, I promise you. Live videos get easier. You can ask anybody that's been in hustling to director that I forced to do a live video. It benefits your business because you build that relationship with people when they see your face and hear your voice. It's so important to do live videos, whether it's in your VIP group or on your regular page, whatever. But thank you so much, Dad and Katie. You guys are amazing. I have no doubt that you're going to earn this trip for you 3. I cannot wait to see where we're going next together. So, okay, next is Mariah. I talked a little bit about her whenever we started the video, but she joined at the very first day of an incentive period to Mexico, and she joined because of that reason, and she earned that trip. She just knows what she's doing when it comes to making a plan and just making it happen, whether she's pregnant, has a newborn, whatever it is, like she makes things happen. So get your pencils out and be ready to take notes because she has lots of good stuff to say.
Hi guys. Thank you, Stacy and Heather, for asking me to speak. Obviously, I have Luca with me, so if he talks over me, we're gonna get through it. Like Stacy said, I joined because of an incentive trip, and I know I've had also people who have also joined because of Did I mute myself in the middle of that?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I can hear you now. I don't know what happened.
Could you hear anything at all?
Yeah, like the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just muted. I don't know what happened, but we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. I don't even have you guys on here anymore. It just has like it has your picture, Stacy. I don't know what happened.
I hit.
Sorry.
That's why.
So like I said, I don't remember where it cut off, or I don't know where it cut off, but I joined because of Mexico and I wanted to earn the trip. So I established a plan once that point system came out, and same with the next incentive, and just establishing a plan is my thing. So that's what I'm going to talk about. First, we have the point system. before we have not had the points right away. We had to, it's just, we have the point system and it is intimidating, but it's possible and it's doable. You just have to put yourself out of your comfort zone. So I would look at the points, figure out the level that you want to earn. So what I do is I always have these trackers on my fridge. Okay, look at this spit up. I have these trackers on my fridge and I look at them every single day. They're in my kitchen. Put them somewhere where you can see them and see your progress. There will be a tracker on Workstation. I obsessively check that updates like every once a day, and I obsessively check that. Like there were times that I checked it in the middle of the night because I knew what time it updated. But this is part of like your big thing. I'm a visual person, so seeing this and seeing what I need to do and where I'm at, that's huge. And I know a lot of people printed that off, so that's awesome. So figure out what you need to do each month for your sponsoring points and then your other points. Like Stacy said, it's harder when you're not a new consultant because like Heather and Stacy, they're superstar directors. They don't have any promotion points coming in. It's so much harder to get those points versus if you're a brand new consultant. So if you're brand new, this incentives are made for you. And I learned that. And so yeah, figure out what you need to do each month. Write yourself a goal on here. Even if you have just a separate piece of paper and you write down every single month and what you need to get per month. I always front load everything because you never know what's going to happen. You never know. And that's each month, that's each part of the year. You just never know. So it's better if you are way ahead in the beginning of the incentive and then something crazy happens and you fall behind of where you should be. At least you had that front load in the beginning. Even front loading each month to make sure that you hit your goal. And if you go over, then awesome. Then you have room for error in the end. If not, so this incentive is different since it ends in December, and December is always, you can't really plan for December. So what I do, I kind of end it at November. So I look at the first 5 months, or previously I just didn't really count December because you just never know you just never know with December. So I always just looked and front loaded it as much as I could so that where I'm sitting on December 1st, I know what I'm going to get. Also, especially this one with all the sponsoring points, recruit all of the people. I'm sure somebody's going to talk about recruiting, but that's part of my plan. And again, with front loading, I recruit all the people I can in the beginning, and then I plan on training them. So if I can recruit brand new people and get them to promote, to certified, to lead, to star, then I get all of those points. And look at everybody on your team right now, because you still get points for lead and for star that are current consultants, whether they didn't join before July 1st. So just always train your team. That's super important. I make a list of who I know has the potential to promote, but then I also work with them because it not only, yes, I get points, but they also are promoting. Their paychecks are directly benefiting. And I know Stacy touched on this too. Incentive trips are cool and we're earning trips, but that's also our paychecks that are growing. So it's not just the trip. It's benefiting us in so many different ways. That's kind of the thought process I go through with my plan of attack, what I look at, sponsoring, front loading, and then figuring out points that I need each month to stay on track. And then also visual person. So print this out if you haven't already, and then put it somewhere where you look at it daily to remind you to stay on track.
Perfect.
Thanks, Mariah. That was awesome. I love the thought to make sure everything's done by November.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to worry in December, because you know how busy we all are around the holidays anyways. So I love that.
Plus, I feel like the shipping cutoff is in the middle of December, so it makes the last 2 weeks of December, you have to kind of plan for that because nobody's buying. you know, when it gets past the shipping, people are, you know, they want gifts, they're worried about Christmas. So you really have to think of December as like half a month or less, like Mariah said. So yeah, that was really great.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Next, we have Jen Gibson, who has earned top 150 for the Netherlands, and she just earned top 50 for the Grow with the Flow. So take it away, Jen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for asking me to come on here. I'm still really nervous. I think that hustling to director helped me with lives, but it never gets easier. Don't let Stacy lie to you. Never gets easier, but you have to keep doing it. I am going to talk about recruiting. I joined in October of 2018 and didn't really do anything with my business until April or May of last year. And since then, I think I've recruited over 30 people. So Thad said that you can't accidentally earn an incentive, which is sort of true, but I completely earned top 150 by accident. I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't tracking anything. I was just sponsoring all of the people and booking as many parties as I could. That was my only goal. So I was shooting for the annual mentor award, which in turn helped me to get the top 150 spot. So if you're aiming for annual mentor award and annual sales award, I think that that is a huge benefit to get you in an incentive alone. If you're aiming for those two, then that will really help you to earn it. So make sure that you're tracking those at the same time. So those of you who have heard me talk before, I'm not a partier. I don't do parties. I have about 200 reoccurring and consistent customers. The only time that I really do parties is when I'm going to flip them. So I have PWS orders that come through, and as soon as my party hits 200, I close it on my website, and then I save that for up to 3 months. Most of them don't last more than 30 days, but I'll save that for up to 3 months, and then as soon as I have somebody that wants to join, I'll offer them that $59 host kit. Most people take it, but some don't. Some want the full $99 kit. But that's my biggest recruiting tool, is I have always used that host kit. That's kind of like my secret sauce, I guess. I don't really, the $15 join month last year was really big for me. This past $20 join month, I think I had 6 or 7, which is a lot. That's a lot of recruits, but I think my goal was like 50. I am a firm believer in, let me find my paper, I'll show you. So I'm a firm believer in saying what you want to happen as if it's already written down that it's going to happen. So on my tracker, it's not filled out. This is another tracker that I'm using, but that's what I have. My goal level is 5. I want 80,000 points. I'm currently a director and I want SSD, because that is what's going to happen by December. I feel like if you say it and you tell yourself, it's not a if it happens, it's when it happens. So as long as that's what I'm aiming for, I feel like it's a fail-safe. There's no way not to achieve that. Let me look at my notes. Say it like it's already been determined. So flip every party. The biggest thing that I have also is when you have a host, offer them, especially right now with the PWS flipping, they are flipping PWS orders temporarily. It has to be in the same month. So if you recruit somebody this month, oh, I don't like that word. If you sponsor somebody this month and flip the orders to them, it has to be in the same month. I have given up over 6,000 PRV by flipping, and I would do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day, because that's the easiest way to build your team. It puts them off, especially if it's a $500 party and you flip them. That gives them their shooting star, and that's a huge kickstart to their business. That's halfway to certified, and then they're already there, so make their 2-week goal, hit your shooting star again, boom, they're certified. So that's how I try to do it, and I think I have 32 or 33 frontline, and I think 16 or 17, over half of them have earned their shooting star. We're big sensational start earners. I didn't know about it when I joined because I didn't really want to join. I know, that's terrible, but I was kind of forced into it by my aunt. But I didn't know about any of those perks or awards or any of that. So I really make sure that everybody else is aware of them and taking full advantage of them. hit the ground running. That's what I always tell them. So not only do you want to sponsor all of the people, but you need to train them. Make sure that they have everything that they need. Don't hand feed them, because that will not do you or them any justice, but make sure that you are there for them and you are helping them. I feel like that's all I have. Do you want me to talk about anything else?
No, that was really good. You did a good job. You said a lot of really important things. The hostess kit, guys, we literally have discounted kits to give to people, that to bless people with. Seriously, like, think about all the people in your life that could use the Scentsy opportunity and that it would really change their life. Like, change your intentions from like, I need to recruit to earn this incentive trip, to who can I change their life? Like that changed my business. For years, I just thought, who can I recruit? And I really don't even like that word recruit, because it sounds selfish, like we're trying to just pull them in so we can get points. But think about all the people that have problems in their life that Scentsy can solve, that you can use those hostess kits and give them a discounted kit to change their life. I mean, they can travel for free, they can have adult time, they can have free Scentsy products, they can have extra money if they need it. Like, there's so many different things that Scentsy can do for people. And just think about all those people in your life that have a problem that Scentsy can solve, and use those hostess kits for them. And also, like how Jen said, like, she has her goal as SSD. Like, and if she hits SSD, she's going to earn this trip by default, because she's changing her standard of living. She's not just setting like small goals that she wants to hit. She has a huge goal. And by doing that huge goal and changing her standard of living, like literally recruiting on a daily basis, or sponsoring people on a daily basis, recruiting conversations, PRV, flipping those parties, like all of those things are going to earn that trip for her. And change her business will be completely changed, even for the better. Like, her business is already amazing, but those things are going to help her business and help her travel for free. So thank you, Jen, for all of those golden nuggets that you shared with us. Next, we have Lindsay Johnston. And Lindsay, she's amazing. She has earned, I can't remember if you earned one or two two incentives, but she also promoted to director with a very small team, and has transformed into like a legit boss. Like, she is a coaching machine. She is doing all the right things in her business to continue to grow and keep earning these incentive trips. So go right ahead, Lindsay.
Thank you, guys. So I have been a director now for almost a year. I've been a consultant for 2 years. And the first, I would say, like 6 months as a director, I was just a really good cheerleader. Like, I felt like people would come to me and say, I want to be a director. And I was like, absolutely, you can do that. And I would just like leave it there. Like, I'm cheered my team on. And then I started watching coaching videos, and I started realizing, like, a basketball team doesn't win their games because the cheerleaders are cheering really loudly for them. They win because their coach is giving them the fundamentals that they need. So I decided to talk with Morgan, who's on this call too. She's a first generation director underneath me. And we put together a coaching program to help those people who have those dreams actually be able to hit those dreams. We're trying to give them the fundamentals to be able to hit director, and not just sit back and say, we're here for you, you can do it, that kind of thing. So I think what changes your business is once you realize that this is not about you, this is about changing other people's lives, your business starts to change. So do I want to earn this trip? Absolutely. But I'm just going to work my business, and I want to pull everyone else up. I know we don't like to say recruit, but I want to change people's lives. I mean, this business is changing my life. I want to retire from my full-time job in the next 5 years, and I am going to do it. I'm going to be a superstar director. I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm going to retire before I'm 40 years old. And I want to pull everybody else up there with me. And I think consistency is going to be huge. I did not used to like to post on my regular Facebook page and do all of that, but I do Instagram and Facebook stories. I try to, like, every single day. People do see you, even if they don't comment or say anything or like your post. I just had a girl who I haven't talked to in years comment on one of my Instagram stories, and she's like, I want to do a party in August. Great. Like, I didn't even have to, really say anything about it. So be consistent, but when you're coaching your teams, listen to what they want out of the business and give them the tools that they need to get there. Sponsor in the very front of this incentive period. So you have the time, because you know what? There are some people that might hit lead star, blah, blah, blah in the first couple months. And then there might be people that don't even certify for 3 or 4 months, because everybody just has a different story. So you want to earn, you want to talk to them, have them join you right in the beginning, give them the fundamentals they need to push them to be able to earn that incentive. So the moral of the story is, you got to get out of the mindset that I'm going to promote Star Director, so I need you to join me so I can promote. That is not the way that's going to do it. And people watch that. So you need to change other people's lives, and in turn, your business will also change. I think it's important for you guys to know that this is not an impossible task. Scentsy creates these incentives for you to earn. They want you to earn it. They aren't making it impossible. So as long as you, like Stacy said, do the fundamentals, keep your PRV consistent, sponsor and recruit, you guys will earn the trip. And it won't be a question of if you're going to earn it, it's just going to be which level are you going to hit. So I think that's all I have.
Thanks, Lindsay. So I wanted to say something also. Before I forget, I wanted to tell you guys that you can actually, if you've been around for a while and you've had team members that have gone inactive and stuff, you can email account services and ask them for a report that lists everybody that's ever gone inactive. That's your front line. And they will email it to you, and you can reach out to them and let them know about the new incentive, and make a postcard, send them a postcard, or just, shoot them a text or give them a call or something, and try and get them back.
Yeah, that's a really good tool to go through people that used to be under you and contact them and try to get them back in the Scentsy game. Just because somebody doesn't start out amazing or doesn't have a great, experience with being a Scentsy consultant the first time does not mean they won't the second or third time.
Especially now, people are out of work and
Scentsy's booming right now. Like, it's a really good time to come back. Actually, I know more than one superstar director that has terminated and came back and promoted all the way to superstar director. Lindsay, I loved what you said about the basketball team doesn't win because of the cheerleaders. It wins because of the coaches and the fundamentals and being taught how to play the game. Like, we can't just sit back and clap for people. We have to teach them what we know. Like, be a come with me girl or come with me guy. Like, share what you can share, point your arrows out, and just bring people with you. There is room for everybody to win and everybody to go on this trip, just like Thad said. Like, the more, the better. And when the people under you are successful, that makes you successful too. Like, you don't be stingy with things you're doing in your business, or I promise you there's enough for everyone to win. There's so many people out there. Don't be scared to share the knowledge and all the tips and all the things with all the people under you. Okay, so next we have Amy Johnson. She has earned, Amy, is it 2 or 3 trips, incentives?
She's been to several events, though.
Yeah, she goes to events all the time. She earns lots of incentives.
4, I think. 3. I know at least 3.
Yeah, okay. So incentive trips, and then you earned Grow with the Flow and stuff like that too. So she earns things all the time, but she is the definition of goal getter. She sets a goal for herself and she makes it happen. She inspires me with her hustle all the time. Her PRV freaking rocks. So she's going to talk to us tonight about PRV. Go ahead, Amy.
Okay. My PRV ain't rocking so much this month, but we're turning it around. It's getting there. It's getting there. Thank you guys, first off, for even asking. I was at work and Stacy's like, hey, do you mind doing this? And I'm like, okay, but like Thad said, it's all good doing lives, and then you do this in front of you guys, and all of a sudden you get real just oh, okay. Anyways, PRV, It varies, but I like to use the word front load. Like if I know the LTOs are coming out on the 1st, the whiff boxes, I have a lot that like the whiff boxes. I had notes, sorry. And like the warmer of the month, I'll start sharing it towards the end of the month, and I'll gather my pre-orders, and I try to get at least 500 because that's the minimum I need to get paid at title within the first week, if not within the first couple of days. My goal is a minimum is 500 a week because I ultimately want the 2,000 per month. Various things I've done to get my PRV up are I do a lot of the 10 bar deal every now and then. If I'm feeling up to it, I've got the numbers to do a 12 bar deal. And lives, I know everybody's talked about lives. I've done that. Like one time I did a couple of them actually with the fragrance flowers. I'll get on a live and I'll color it and I'll talk to them, and then I've turned around and sold like 15 of them and stuff like that. They like to see us using, you know, the product and stuff, and they have questions, and it's nice. And then let's see what else I've got. Follow up. I've been going through old orders, and then like I know you can run a report in your workstation on all the scents that are leaving and things like that people have ordered, and reach out to them and be like, hey, this is getting ready to leave, you might want to grab a 6-pack or something like that. And they tend to go, oh gosh, yes, give me two 6-packs. So that helps as well. And then I like to do, I'm not as good at it as Stacey and say like Mariah with your own scent craze, but I'm working on it, because my goal, like Lindsay said, is to quit my full-time job. And I've talked about that with my husband, and when I promoted to star director, which is still dumbfounding, I asked him about leaving my full-time job, which is I've been grooming for almost 13 years. And my goal is by December, if not sooner, I will no longer be grooming at PetSmart. I will be doing Scentsy full-time, because I've seen a big difference in my business that month when we got furloughed because of COVID. I needed 5,300 to hit annual sales, and I smashed it and hit like 6,400, promoted, hit annual sales, and looked at my husband and went, if I can do this like this now, because I was able to work my business like I wanted to, and I can do that every month, then we can maybe even at one point be a superstar director like Stacey and Heather, and let him be able to not have to work at craft all the time. But no, I've just done grab bags, definitely follow up. Some of my people aren't necessarily on Facebook, so I do use the Amy app. I know some people call it AMI, some call it Amy. I do use that and follow up. And then let's see, and then just good old Facebook Messenger and stuff, and checking in with everybody. I'm horrible on my Happy Meal game. I need to work on that. And I know that helps, because I've seen Stacey and Mariah and Jen and all of them talk about when they send out their Happy Meal, and it helps. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I've got is just, I do like the 10 bar deal. They get a kick out of that. And front loading, like I start sharing the warmer of the month, at least I say the week before, maybe 2 weeks, depending upon the warmer. And start collecting pre-orders, so that way on the 1st I've got those orders in and done, and then I've got myself that I can start planning for the next week. But that's pretty much it. It's just little things in front loading that month with your LTOs and stuff. So
Thanks, Amy. Yes, front loading your calendar is super important for sure. Oh, I almost choked. Okay. So next we have Kristen Cole, and she joined less than a year?
Yeah, like
it'll be a year in September.
A year in September, and she just earned Top 50 and Grow with the Flow.
Where's she at?
I haven't.
She just joined.
Okay, she's still on.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Up there.
Hey guys. Sorry, I don't know how to use Zoom. Am I good? Should I go?
Yep, you're good. We can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks for hopping on.
Of course. Yeah, I'm at work, so I have to be kind of quick. But yeah, so a lot of people ask me all the time, what do I do that is, so different to get high PRV? And honestly, the one thing that I do that I think is probably different from most people, maybe, is I do group orders all the time. So I always, about once a week, I place a large bulk order for people that are local to me, and that way they save on shipping. So I do that at least once a week. Anytime there's a new release, I do it. So yesterday for the International Wax Collection, I was on at 12 o'clock, ready to go. Other than that, I think I try to run about 2 parties at a time. I try to do like maybe 8 a month. I can't do more than 2 at a time. I tried, it's too hard. I schedule my posts. I don't use the Amy app, but I do schedule my posts on Facebook. So in groups, you can schedule your posts. And I do that. I post 4 times a day in my parties. I try to be consistent with posting in my group too. I have a VIP group on Facebook. And I definitely do follow up. I try to kind of learn my audience and what they like to see and what they like to hear. And I try to post accordingly, different times of the day, whether, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening, try to reach different audiences. I definitely make sure that I interact with every single comment on any post I ever make, in parties, groups, on my personal page, my VIP page, all of it. As far as like recruiting goes and getting people to host, I feel like I try to just kind of share, like look at the party perks, like look what you can get by hosting a party. I do all the work. That's how I try and get my hosts. I don't do anything special for them. I don't give them anything to host a party. But I do encourage them to interact on posts, which I think helps. And anytime I do have a party, I ask the hostess if they want to join, because you can join for a discount, which I think kind of intrigues people a little bit. And I think my excitement motivates them. I love Scentsy. I love selling it. I love this company. I love the people that I've met. I look up to Amy and Stacy and Heather and all these girls, and I can't wait to be there one day. So I think that drives me, and I think it inspires other people. I think that they can see my excitement from my posts, and I think that helps. As far as recruiting goes, I try to be pretty honest and transparent with people and let them know you can make it in this business. Like there's room for all of us. It's not like, people are always telling me you've got to quit signing up your customers. You're not going to have, you're not going to be getting paid. And I'm like, that's not true. Like there is room for all of us. My best customers can sell Scentsy with me. Like it's great. So I try to tell people that too, because people think there's too many people that already sell Scentsy, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, other than that, I do follow up. I think follow up is really huge. I just go onto my history in my workstation, and I kind of go back and see like who bought something, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or whatever, and I'll reach out to them. Hey, did you like your washer whips? Did you know you could use them like this too? Stuff like that, and I try to reach out, let them know that, I appreciate them, and I'm here to help, and it does work. A lot of times when you follow up with people, they'll tell you, oh, I need to get some more of that, or yeah, I need to get some more bars. But I also post to my story all the time. If you're not posting to your story, it's huge. Instagram story, Facebook story. If you have Twitter, I don't, but whatever social media platform you have, use it to your advantage, because it's free advertising and people watch it, whether or not they watch it and buy something right away, become a customer right away. No matter what, they're going to remember you. And that is what is so important in this business, is that people remember and people know that you sell Scentsy. So wherever you go, whatever you do, you know, I wear t-shirts, I have a pop socket on my phone, I have it on my car. Like, I make sure people know that I sell Scentsy, and I talk about it all the time. You know, I've been telling all my clients today, I'm a hairstylist, and I've been telling all of them, I'm like, I'm going to Cabo for free, you know, like, I'm so excited. And, you know, like, it's cool. So I feel like there's a lot of awesome and exciting things in this business that I really didn't even know about, you know, prior to joining. And I'm so thankful that I did, because never in a million years would I think that I would be going to Cabo for free for doing, I mean, I literally have fun. Like, I'm on my phone, you know, posting pretty pictures, and I get to go to Cabo for it. Like, that's crazy. So anyway, but yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I told Stacy that a lot of people were asking for like my party outline on Facebook. So I'm not opposed to sharing anything with you. Like, you can ask me anything you want. I'm an open book. I have no secrets. I have no shame. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to help people. But pretty much my key things are, I do the pre-orders a lot too, which I think is really important too. Pre-orders and for limited releases and stuff like that. I'm always posting about that. But yeah, I feel like my group orders help tremendously. So if you're not doing that, maybe you want to look into that. People save on shipping, and they love to save shipping. So whatever reason, nobody wants to pay $8. I don't know why. But anyway, so that is pretty much it for me. PRV, you know, parties, and recruiting. So if anybody has questions, though, I'll be home in about an hour and I can answer questions. Thanks for having me, Stacy.
Thank you so much. So Kristen's PRV is like legit insane. I have never had somebody consistently beat me on PRV in 10 years, and Kristen beats me every single month since COVID. But I love that. Like, actually, there's been quite a few people, like probably 4 or so people that have beat me. And I love that, because that just means that you guys are rocking your businesses and your lives are changing when your PRV beats mine. And not only does her PRV rock, but like, she is sharing the opportunity. That's why she earned top 50. And so did Jen, because they sponsored so many people and helped them succeed, because their GWV helped them earn top 50. Like, top 50 in the whole world. Like, out of all the Scentsy consultants, 2 of them are on this call. Like, that is something something to be super duper proud of. And those are people that you want to watch. Like, do what other successful people are doing in their business. It's okay to copy it, just make it your own. If you see somebody that's a rock star posting on their stories all the time, try posting on your stories all the time. Like Kristen said, it works. When people can watch you use the Scentsy products, like, I've talked about this before, but like, reviews are everything. Like, when you're about to buy something, you want to see a review of somebody or somebody else that likes it or has used the product. So when you use them in your stories and your everyday life, people are going to want to buy it. I think I heard that it takes 7 times of seeing a product being used before somebody's like, you know what, I'm just going to get it. So keep spraying your beds with your Scentsy Fresh and recording it. Keep changing your wax on your stories. Keep talking about how Scentsy has blessed your life. Like, stories is where it's at. That's where social media is moving to. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook stories, like, that is where it's at. Also, yes. Your VIP group.
And you have to show up to go up. So that means showing up to your social media every single day, showing up to any kind of Zoom meetings, showing up to your VIP page and posting and doing lives, showing up on your personal page, on your team page every single day. Every single day, you should be reaching out to your team. Every single day, you should be posting on your personal pages. Kristen is at work. She had 20 minutes while her client her hair was processing, and she jumped on here to talk to everybody. So show up.
Sacrifices, guys. Like, yep. I promise you, nobody builds a successful business by never doing hard things. Like you're going to have to sacrifice something, whether it's, Netflix or sleep or, time with your friends or even time with your family. Like we not only, it's aside from earning this incentive trip, like we're working on our futures. Like you have to be willing to make sacrifices. I promise you, like nobody at the top of the compensation plan just landed there. It doesn't just happen. And there's just so much struggle to get there, but I promise you it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And these incentive trips are like little bonuses along the way. They're like little treats for us to tell you you're doing something right in your business and here's a reward for it. So the excitement always tends to wear off after an incentive trip is announced. You get super excited, you want to earn it, and then it kind of dwindles down, but don't let it, because your tracker, if it's in your face, it should keep you motivated.
And it doesn't matter where we're going. It's going to be amazing.
It doesn't
So don't
matter.
wait until they announce it. You guys have to get on it now. If you haven't started already.
Yes.
Where do you think we're going?
I don't know.
Just give us your educated guess. Come on.
Yes.
Somewhere family friendly.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we really don't know, but I'm thinking something Disney, but don't hold me to it. That's just what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure we're contracted with Disney. I mean, we have like our products and everything. So Scentsy has done incentive trips to Disney every like 5 years or so. And it's been 5 years. So I don't know. I don't know for sure. So I'm excited to find out this weekend though. And it doesn't matter. It could be in Heather's backyard. If Scentsy's throwing it, it would be like the best party ever. So
it always is anyways.
It is. I mean, it's Heather's backyard, right? No.
And I will say I have not taken the kids on an actual, well, I haven't earned a family incentive, which there's only been one since I've been a consultant, and that was Disney 5 years ago. But I did take the boys. I opted out of the Mediterranean cruise and took the kids and Bobby to Disneyland for SFR in Anaheim. And I've taken them to SFR in Vegas and St. Louis. And bringing your kids with you is next level. They get to see exactly what Scentsy's about. I remember their first time at SFR in St. Louis, they were legit had their heads out the window yelling Scentsy and waiting for everybody to yell Spirit. It's just like no other being able to bring your kids with you
and
on these trips.
Like your spouse, like, the people that support you, like you should already have in your mind, like we can earn this incentive for up to 6 people. You should be thinking like shooting for 6 people, because even if you don't have kids,
take grandma.
Yes, take
have
other people. Like take your friends, take your mom, take whoever. Like you can take up to 6 or 5 other people with you. So make a list of the people that you would want to bless with a free vacation. And just, can you imagine how you would feel? Like put yourself in that moment. Like how would you feel taking somebody on a free trip? I know, like it's a big deal. I promise you, like your circle of people that support you and love you and encourage you, like just be like, hey, so I earned this free incentive trip. You want to go with me? Can you imagine? Just like put yourself there. Feel those emotions, because that's what can happen if you're willing to put in the work. I know you all are, or you wouldn't have showed up on this call. So I'm super excited. And for all of you, I cannot wait to earn this incentive with you. I want you to say it out loud every single day. I'm earning this incentive. I'm earning this incentive. And because you'll make it happen. So thanks for showing up and hanging out with us tonight. We're gonna, we recorded, so we will post the recording so you can share it with your teams if you didn't see them on here tonight. But I can't wait to see you guys crush your goals and earn this incentive.
Yes.
Bye, guys.